Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you are doing great today. Happy weekends for everybody, for you and your families. Today we have a nice BTC video for you guys, so please stick around till the end of the video. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Please help the channel grow so I can, keep doing these videos for you. With that said, let's jump straight to the charts. As you can see, my expanded flat theory has been playing out perfectly, and we wicked around 25k, which was my level, my expected level. So all in all, everything is looking very, very good and very, very nice. And we also wicked on this EMA right here, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is the 50 EMA on the monthly time frame, and then below it is the 65 EMA, which is coming in around 21.1. And if you watch my previous video, I was saying that basically as long as BTC doesn't close a monthly under the dark blue EMA, then most likely we will be fine, and that will be bear market bottom. So we can expect something similar to this, for example, where we basically just drop below the EMAs and then just consolidate between them both and then just start moving up, or we can consider this as well. Like, it can happen as well. Now this is a black swan event. It's a capitulation event, but you can see that we didn't close the monthly under this. So we always stayed above the EMAs after the monthly close, and that was the start of a huge bull run. So basically, if capitulation were to happen, obviously we would capitulate to around $12,000 to $13,000, so around that area. If we lose these EMAs, that for me is what is called capitulation. So losing 20k, losing this EMA here, the 65, and then going straight towards 14k, which is this local top right here, which is also the local top in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, or the all-time high in 2017. So that would be a capitulation event, and I would buy the capitulation event. By the way, I'm not gonna sell. I've already started my accumulation journey around this area, around the 25k. I bought a lot of alts. Alts are down like almost 1,000% for some, like Luna. So yeah, it's a good buying zone. Now, is there a chance, obviously, to go to these lower levels, which are something between 21? I think there is a chance. There is a chance of wicks there, because if we do go to these 20 levels, it means that we're gonna do this, and if we do this, it means we're in bear market bottom, which is very, very, very good news for everybody, because this would be the bear market bottom for a few months, as you can see, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 months under the EMAs, and then finally we start to moving up. But obviously the capitulation event is the one that we need to be careful with this year. I believe that there will be a big crash still by the end of the year, due to market conditions, economic conditions, financial conditions, inflation, COVID, everything. So it's just a recipe for disaster, what's happening in our world today. So with that being said, and because I also believe that governments are trying to do a transfer of financial power from money or fiat to digital, then I think in order for this transfer of wealth to happen, we need to clean the plates, and to clean the plates, capitulation needs to happen. Now, I don't think capitulation happens now, by the way, just so to be clear. I think capitulation might happen end of year. Worst comes to worst, like I said, I need to check the charts. Obviously, I cannot assume that far. Once we get to end of year, I will have more data, and I will probably tell you what I see. But as of now, from the charts and from what I see right now, everything is looking, everything that's happening has been expected from my end, at least. So I was expecting the 25. We reached 25. I was expecting the bounce on the EMA, which is the 25, by the way, very close, 26. So we bounced on the EMA, on the 50 EMA on the monthly time frame. Now there might be a drop towards 21,000 over the next couple of months, over 3 months basically. But I think after these 3 months, we're gonna start heading up. Now the big question that everybody's asking me, where do we go, Mace? Do we go to the all-time high again, or break it, or do we go to lower? Well, that's very hard to say for now. these expanded flats don't really tell you that you're going to go up to the retest the highs. They just tell you that after the A, B, C, D, E formation, you usually start heading up. And based on the economic, crisis that we're experiencing, and the financial crisis that we're experiencing, it's very uncertain of how high BTC would go, especially that there's inflation involved this time around. So all I can tell you is that you need to be accumulating at these levels, because I think after 3 months, and this is not financial advice, by the way, this is just me telling you what I'm doing and what I see as a good option. Accumulation needs to start here, and I think there will be a nice upside. Whether it's going to be a bull trap or all-time high, I can't be sure. I need the data by then, at that time, and the levels that we're breaking. But obviously a break above 48,500 will be a very, very good it will be a very good sign that we might go for a new all-time high again. And then after the all-time high is reached, if we do, I will expect a big crash of about 60% or 70% to the downside, which will take us back to around $22,000, which is the 65 EMA by then. So this EMA would probably move by then and then reach that area over here, which is also the bottom of our expanded flat formation pattern. So that's what I see for down the road. As of now, for the next couple of months, I expect a chip chop type of scenario. Probably some wicks towards 21, probably some wicks towards 35, 40. Now, if we don't have that chip chop and we start to break 40 and 42 and 43, then that's also a very, very good sign. But I personally think, based on my cyclic lines, that we might start this around July. So 1st of July, that's where we start heading up. But we will have to wait and see for the data. Now for the micro analysis, let me jump to my BTC Tether US chart. For some reason, yeah, it's working right now. Yeah, perfect. So let me jump to is this log still here on? I think there's log here. Yeah, there's log, so we removed it. So this is my my BTC original BTC chart. Let me just zoom it out for you, make it look clean and nice. So this chart is basically the chart that I'm using to track BTC on the daily and on the micro time frames. Now we are on the 4-hour time frames, and usually these time frames will tell you what the next move will be in the next couple of days. So I gave you the macro and the macro prediction of BTC over the next couple of months, and even end of year. Now I'm gonna give you the micro prediction. So basically, we have some positives and we have some negatives. It's always gonna be like this. First of all, the positive is that we are very close to the lows. So as you can see, this was a fake out. We dropped below our channel. This was expected, by the way. As I said earlier, on that second tap, 30 is not gonna hold, and you can see perfectly. First tap, 30 hold or held, and then second tap, 30 didn't hold anymore, and then it went for liquidations because people were longing here with 25x leverage and 50x leverage and whatever x leverage. So the logical explanation is, the logical thing to do for market makers is just basically liquidate them first before start moving up. Now the question is, will we dip again and go to these lows over the next couple of days? I'm not very sure of this. I can predict at least 24-hour movements to 48-hour movements, but 7-day, 10-day movements, it will be very hard. What I can tell you is a positive news is that we are near support, and we are holding this trend line very nicely, as we should be. Now obviously breaking below it is very bad, but as you can see, we already faked out once, so I'm not very sure that we might fake out again. If we do fake out, I think it will be with a double bottom type of scenario. So we probably go around this area, so maybe around like 27,300, a little bit less than that, 25, and then form a nice double bottom, and then start moving up, and then hit our heads around 33K one more time, and then they just chip chop till we finally start to move up over the next couple of months. For the 4-hour time frame though, and for the daily time frame, what I can tell you is that the 4 hour is pretty bullish. We can call it an indecisive 4 hour if you want, but it is more bullish than bearish. It hasn't chosen its direction yet. It's doing something similar to what it did earlier when it was ranging between, if I'm not mistaken, 2 levels. I forgot the levels, but it was ranging between 2 levels, between maybe 38 and 40, and it didn't really decide where to go. And it did the similar pattern of the stochastic RSI that we're witnessing right now. So it's pretty indecisive. But it is in those areas that we are about to buy, not about to sell. Now the daily time frame, which is also very, very important in my personal opinion. I don't know why my PC is lagging, by the way. Excuse me for that. Yeah, there's definitely a lag going on for me. On the daily time frame, I mean, this is about to rip on the daily. If we don't start pumping via Monday or on Monday, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, like this is going to, this is going towards the lows, towards 26 or 27 to form that double bottom. The reason I'm saying this is because you see today on the daily, the stochastic RSI is already over 20 already, but but basically we're not really moving. Usually when this is over 20, I'm gonna just show you what happens, right? We have a nice few days of upside. You can see here, right, as the stochastic moves up towards the 80 level, we have a nice few days of upside. We get rejected and we drop. Now, in this case, what we're doing currently is that we are actually just consolidating rather than moving up. And this is something very bad because this is called, in TA, it's called the consolidation rule. And the consolidation rule just basically means if you consolidate over a specific period of time, whereas your indicators are showing upside or downside, then the opposite will happen. So my indicators right now are showing upside. We are above 80. If we manage to hold above 80, this should rip to the upside, at least to $32,700 or $33,000. But if it doesn't and we keep consolidating on Monday, then you're going to start to see a drop and a decline very quickly. And I think if that drop happens, we will have a double bottom type of scenario, in my personal opinion. And after that double bottom is formed, I think there will be a nice rip to the upside. So that's what I see from the micro perspective. It's either we start ripping on Monday to go to our around 32, 33 before getting rejected once more and entering this chip chop type of scenario, or we're going to drop, towards 27, 24, 25. I cannot be very sure, but it will be a double bottom type of drop. And then after that double bottom is finalized, probably we start heading up for a nice rally, nice green week. But I don't want you guys to expect, the weeks that are coming that we'll probably go to the moon from there. It's very hard. The only way we go to the moon is if we break the daily EMAs and if we climb above our channel. So the daily EMA right now is coming in at a perfect $33,300 and another one is coming in at $31,512. So these are the two areas of rejections right now that we see. So basically if you're longing or a trader, this is TP1 and TP2. Now, if we do break above this second EMA and we, manage to break above the heartline of this red channel, then we're probably gonna go test the highs here, which is around $36,000 or $35,000. I have a strong resistance trend line right here coming in around 35, and then this will be just basically July 2021 all over. So go up, chip chop, go down, chip chop, go up, till we finally reach a bottom, until we finally get a bullish upside on the weekly, which is still not given, by the way. So on the weekly, we have crossed under the 20 stochastic, so we are bearish. We are on that bearish side of things. We are forming a nice bearish, bullish divergence, on the weekly time frame. If you can see it very clearly here, we have a low, a lower low, and a low and a higher low. So if this continues to be a higher low over the next couple of weeks, so 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, then we're going to experience a nice rally to the upside, which might take us at least to the weekly EMAs, which are coming in around $40,000 right now. So if we break that 40,000, that's when you start to hype up and start to be more happy about things. But obviously there's a lot of data and a lot of information that needs to be taken into account when and if that happens, because the charts keep changing all the time and the information keeps changing all the time. So just to summarize before I end my video, from a macro perspective, I believe that, there's a chip chop type of scenario from now till July. And after July, we'll have a nice upside. And then by end of year, we will have a strong crash, probably a capitulation crash. I don't think capitulation hits over the next 3 months. I think it's more it's gonna be more of a chip chop with a few wicks towards low 20s in worst case scenarios, and then a nice move to the upside for a nice either all-time high or a bull trap. And after that all-time high or bull trap are hit, I expect a 70 to 65% crash from there, which might take us to 18, 19, 20k Bitcoin, depending on where Bitcoin is at by that time, by end of year. From a micro perspective, what I see right now from the charts is that we are forming bearish formations on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame. We are forming Just let me show you this bearish formation. We are forming this like a crown formation. Now these crown formations are very similar to Bart's. So you form a crown and then you drop. But like I said, the daily and the 4 hour are bullish. The daily is stochastic is above 80. Now because it's a Sunday, we're being manipulated basically. If it wasn't a Sunday, I believe that 80 stochastic would make BTC go up. So with that said, I think Monday is going to be the decisive day. If Monday we start seeing BTC dropping towards 28 100, then the likelihood of BTC going for a double bottom type of scenario before rallying up becomes highly likely. Whereas if we see BTC, on Monday around 31 or 30,000, then the likelihood of going to 33 becomes the more likely scenario. So it's very, very easy. Either we're going to rip towards 33 on Monday, starting Monday, or we're going to drop for a double bottom and then rip towards 33 after that. We will wait and see basically on the charts. That is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again so much for your support. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below. I post a lot of information over there. And if you want to inquire about my private Discord, which now has signals, by the way, and copy trading, also, you can message me on my Telegram, link in the description below. I probably reply with a voice note to make sure that it's me and it's not a scammer. So thank you so much for watching the video. Enjoy your weekends with your families, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye, guys.